Hey 365 Pro Wrestling Nation, it's Manda Cat here, and today we're doing another great podcast. Today we have on manager, reverend, and high septon of the 8 kingdoms of the temple, Tex Lexus. Thank you for being here with me and the 365 Nation.
Well, thanks, Manda Cat. It's good to be here.
That's great. So how have you sorry?
I was going to say here, just to get started, about this whole pandemic thing. It's affecting everybody differently. Right before the whole lockdown started, I bought myself a new yacht, and now I'm trying to keep up with the payments on it, right? So I had to get myself a real job. So, hang on a second. That reminds me for a second. Jacob, get in here. Yeah, get in here right now. Hey, hang on a second. Jacob, boy,
okay.
I'm supposed to be at work in like 10 minutes. So I'm doing the Manda Cat show here. It's very important. I'm going to need you to go in for me, okay? Don't worry. Those buffoons won't know. Here, take a hat. You're going to need a hat. All right, good. Don't forget, you're going to need some sunglasses, just like me. Okay, here you go. And don't forget the gold chains, because the gold chains are very important. So take those, go to work, and, don't screw this crap up for me, because I need that Employee of the Month award, because I want to win that TGI Fridays gift card. Okay, I really need that. Okay, get out. Okay, we're ready to go. Sorry about that.
So
I had a
was that all the Tex Lexus accessories that you need?
Well,
just
yeah,
to be you?
Pull the wool over the eyes of those idiots that I work for. He's got to play the part, right? But don't worry, he'll be fine. He's got a nice hat, glasses, gold chains, all that. No one will know.
Okay. So how have you and Jacob been since there hasn't been any wrestling going on? You said you got a new job and stuff, so anything else? And a new yacht? Anything else?
Well, the yacht is really nice. The job's a pain in my ass. But, I got ways around it. Like, I got Jacob working on it now. But, otherwise, we've been laying low, trying to keep busy doing stuff, doing podcasts here and there and all that. And, I really miss the wrestling. I miss the fans, the interactions and stuff. But, for you fans that are watching, that doesn't mean that you can't interact. Manda Cat here, she's real busy. I'm real busy doing stuff. She's got some international modeling career. I got, jobs all over the place. And we don't do this for fun. We do this for the fans. So fans, if you want to really interact like you do at the shows, just get on the message board, start messaging. You can send me something on Messenger or Instagram, whatever. Let us know that you're watching, because we're doing this for you. We're not doing this for us.
That's right. The fans, definitely the fans, because they're the ones that, come to our shows and enjoy the shows, and we have to make it enjoyable for them to come back. So if we're not nice and not enjoyable to them, then they won't come back. We won't have any fans. So.
Well, I don't need to be nice. What I'm saying, though, is if they really want to interact like they do at the show, yelling stupid crap, just type stupid crap and send it online. Let us know you're watching.
Oh, yes. You get called a lot of different things, don't you?
Yeah, it's usually in one ear, out the other. I don't really pay no mind to what those buffoons say to me.
So do you have any advice for anybody, like, other than just, letting it go in one ear and out the other? Do you do anything else?
Well, I drink a lot of coffee. I mean, I don't know if that helps, but keep going,
No, I mean, like, at the shows. Like, instead of, like, I've seen you, like, interact different ways with different things. Do you have any, like, advice for people, like, how to do that, like, how to go about doing that way?
Well, I found out early on that if I see a sign that says Tex sucks, or I hate Tex, or go back to Texas, or whatever, I just rip that sign up. That way, the message is gone. So that's a good way to do it. And, anybody out there getting grief from the fans, if they're holding a sign, don't be shy. Just rip that damn thing up on them.
Okay. All right. So I know that you're in the temple. How have you guys been interacting that way? Like, I know that you're saying, like, you're doing a podcast for the fans and stuff. So how are you interacting with the members of the temple? Like, do you have an app, since, you're this big businessman? I'm sure you've got ways of getting an app out there. Or do you guys just do Zoom meetings? Like,
well, I don't know if you know this, Amanda, but I do own a private jet. So that kind of lets us bypass any of the laws, what's going on. So we don't need any apps or any kind of Zoom meetings or nothing. We just, we'll usually meet at the Temple Ranch. I'll fly out wherever to pick up Lenny and Jeff and CC and fly them down to the Temple Ranch, and we'll have our meetings there. Because when you got a PJ, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, apparently get around all those COVID restrictions with that PJ.
Yeah.
How are you doing that?
I don't know.
Oh, the COVID restrictions, you're just going right around that. You're just like, I don't care.
Well, we're still staying safe, It's not like we're having a million people at the ranch. It's just us. And that's, they're in the bubble is what they say. And yeah, that's what we do.
In the bubbles. So are there any new Temple members, or has there been anybody that's left recently because of everything that's been happening?
Well, nobody's left, and as far as new members, I can't really disclose that. But once the shows start up, I want all the fans to come out because the Temple's got a whole lot of surprises for you, and you got to show up to find out. And that's all I'm going to say about it.
Yeah. So you're not gonna give me a little bit on what those secrets might be, eh? Nothing up your sleeve.
You're part of the press. You're the enemy. We're not going to let you on any of the secrets.
Oh man, I'm not an enemy. Don't think of me that way. I just want a little bit, for the fans to know.
Well, I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to tell you exactly what I told Anderson Cooper when I did his show 2 years ago. The Temple is full of secrets. The Temple, we follow the rules of the good book here, and basically that's all you need to know about that Amanda, and that's it. The Temple, it's my organization to do with what I want to, based on this book and the Lord of Professional Wrestling's word, and that's all you need to know.
Okay, all right. Well, so what made you want to start the Temple?
Well, it goes back a couple years ago when I was the commissioner of the PWA, and I was set to buy the commissioner, set to buy the whole company, basically. And at the 11th hour, it was all set. The 11th hour, they pulled the rug out for me, and basically they blocked the sale of it. They fired me as commissioner, so I was kind of in limbo. I didn't really know what to do, right? But thankfully, that's when the Lord of Professional Wrestling reached down to me. He handed me the book. He said, "Tex, I need you to start this Temple. I need you to start the greatest faction in professional wrestling history, and show everybody the way of the Temple, the way of the triangle." And well, that's what I did. I grabbed Lenny. I gave him a suitcase full of money at my place. I said, "Lenny, this is what we need." We brought Jeff Black on board. We found Cece. We made her a big star, and well, you've seen it. You've seen what the Temple's become, and I think we've been successful as of late. We've been very successful.
Yes, you have been very successful. I've seen some of you guys in the matches that you've done that I've announced, and you guys, you get in there, you guys are a little bit dirty, and I've heard the way that you guys like to do some, not so great things of how to win, but you guys win. So,
professional.
I guess that makes successful.
Sometimes you got to do
a successful business because you have successful matches because of the way that you do it.
Yeah, just like my grandpappy Ezekiel taught me when we were driving to Dallas to the Sportatorium. He said, "Tex, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying." And I've lived by that every single day of my life. And the proof's in the pudding, Manda Cat. The Temple is ultra successful, the most successful faction in all of Ontario, and I'd probably say all of Canada, considering the rest of that's kind of crap. So yeah, the Temple is fantastic, and yeah, if we got a little dirty, we got a little dirty, all right?
All right, okay, all right. So how do you pick who's in the Temple? Like, is there a certain way you go about doing it?
Well, we'll start from the beginning with Lenny Lilac. I wanted the most charismatic man in all of wrestling. I wanted one of the greatest professional wrestlers that ever lived. So obviously, I grabbed Lenny Lilac, and like I said, I gave him a bunch of cash, and we formed the Temple. And Jeff Black, he's probably the toughest man I've ever met. He's actually up in Alaska right now. He's wrestling polar bears to train because we're not doing any real wrestling. He's fighting the polar bears. And what is he? 10-time pure violence champion of the PWA. That's unsurpassed by anybody. clearly the toughest man alive. And Cece Moss, well, I remember when I met Cece for the first time. I'm pretty sure she was pretty new to the wrestling business and went by the name Patsy Blue at the time. And Patsy Blue was little Patsy Green, I think. And but we watched her evolve. I saw this special skill set that she had, and we grabbed her up. We gave her a new name, and now Cece Moss is probably the biggest star in all of Ontario. I mean, held titles in all different companies. She was the last PWA Women's Champion. That's going to be in the record books forever. And Cece Moss is probably the biggest star, like I said, biggest star in Ontario.
Okay. Yeah, like that's a great way to be able to base your ways of thinking as to how to get members into your faction.
So to answer your question, when I look for members of the temple, I want winners. All right. I don't need just Joe Schmo who wants to be part of the temple. I don't need that. I want winners. I want wrestlers that can bring titles, can bring gold, and obviously bring more money into the temple.
Yeah. 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 Well, everybody wants to be a winner and everybody wants to have a winner on their team, right?
Not everybody can be one unless you join the temple.
No. It takes a lot of hard work.
Well, yeah, and a little bit of money, a little bit of cheating, like you said.
That's right. Sometimes, but it's not the best way to do it.
It works for me.
So if you could have any wrestler, past or present, to be in the temple, who would it be?
Oh, wow, that's pretty good. I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of wrestlers out there that I would love to see in the temple, but I think part of the new recruits, they need to be a little more pliable, a little more malleable, so I can, get the word of the book into their ear. And so I'd probably say, I've always wanted a real giant on the temple squad. I think Andre the Giant would be fantastic. And I don't mean that friendly giant, with the big afro. I mean the one who cut his hair and ripped Hulk Hogan's T-shirt off, challenged him to WrestleMania and all that stuff. I thought he was fantastic. So yeah, Andre the Giant would be a good fit in the temple.
Okay. I think he'd be a great one. He'd be able to help you with the power. He'd be the powerhouse of your faction.
He got a lot of power.
He's a big man. I've watched a documentary on him. It was pretty interesting.
Oh yeah, very interesting man right there. Very misunderstood. But like I said, the Book of the Temple would get him on the straight and narrow, and who knows? Sky would be the limit for Andre the Giant if he was part of the temple. But that's all in the past.
Yeah.
We're here to talk about the temple of the present. We're here to talk about Lindy Lilac, Jeff Black, Cece Moss, the greatest professional wrestlers in Ontario.
Okay. Yes, I know. I know. It was just a question. But to get back to talking about the temple and everybody that's in it, is there somebody in 365 maybe that you guys are looking at to maybe add to everybody?
Well, we did an experiment with Warhead, and that worked out a little bit beginning because I like Warhead. I think I like his tenacity. I think he's crazy, which really works with my systems. So having him on board was great. But then I don't know what the hell happened. He lost his way and he turned his back on me, and he helped Corey Spade and his wife. What's Corey Spade's wife's name again? Remind me. I haven't seen her in so long. Last time I saw her, she cut my hair. But anyways, the three of them cut my hair.
Irene?
I think they go by Irene. That's her name. I think they go by the Spade Foundation or something. But they cut my hair. So Warhead, he's out now. And like I said, we got to be a little bit careful with who we pick because Warhead turned his back on me. I don't need that to happen again. I mean, I got a nice head of hair. I don't want to get it shaved again.
Yeah, I watched all that thing. What did that make you maybe like think of adding members differently because of what happened with you and Warhead?
Well, yeah, I think the screening process is a little more stringent now. We have our Temple-ats. We got Travis or Trevor, Tree Stump, whatever his name is, and Wade and Sister Mercy. But they're kind of entry-level temple members, and like I said, the recruitment is it's a little more stringent now. So we got to make sure that they're on board fully before we make them full members.
Okay. So you were talking about before being with Warhead and having your match with Corey Spade,
Mm-hmm.
and you wrestled.
I
Would
wrestled.
you ever get in the ring again?
Well, geez, Manda Cat, I'm a manager, and that's where I'm very successful. I don't like to get in the ring too much, but from time to time I have to. I believe that was my third match, and I got to tell you, it's not easy. I mean, Corey Spade, he don't look like much, but he's a tough customer. He beat the crap out of me. I rearranged his face with a pipe wrench, and he still came at me. So, to answer your question, I don't like to get in the ring too much, but if it calls for it, then I will. Because I've been trained a little bit with these fists, but part of the professional wrestling thing, that's a whole other animal, and it's pretty tough for me. So, but like I said, if I have to, I have to. And of course, if the money's right, of course I'll get in the ring.
Doing everything for that money, eh? You like to pay people to do things for your money.
Yeah, of course. I mean, what am I gonna do? Sit on my money? I gotta use it. It's in, it's out. You get money, you spend it, you buy it, you pay. This and that. It's all over the place.
Yeah, money buys things, good things. But sometimes, having with a lot of money gets you some things that, into trouble with certain things.
Well,
like losing your hair, being cocky.
Well, I will say this. My hair grew back just fine. But Corey Spade, I rearranged his face, and that's going to be forever. So, Corey Spade, I don't care what you did to my hair, because look at your damn face, fool.
So does the temple have any goals that when things come back that they'd like to do?
Well, yeah, we got lots of goals. I mean, 365 Wrestling has a whole bunch of titles. They got the global title, they got the grand title, but all those are being hidden down in BC. So, I'd like to get out there and probably get some of those belts, bring them back to Ontario somehow. So, Amanda, because you have so much stroke with this company now, I want you to get on the phone with the board of directors, get them to pay for a flight for me to get out to BC, because I'm not flying my own PJ. It's actually been banned from the airspace of British Columbia from a couple years back. There was an incident involving the Super Bowl party. But, I need you to tell them that we want to challenge any of those wrestlers, bring them to Ontario or fly us out to BC, and we're going to beat whoever the hell the champions are out there. I'm going to get Lenny Lilac a title shot. I'm going to get Jeff Black a title shot. CC Moss is going to win that women's title, and then we're going to bring them all back to Ontario.
Okay. So why can't you have Jacob do that? Why do you have to have me do that?
Jacob's an idiot. He doesn't know anything with the 365. I need you to contact the board of directors because you got this cushy new job, and obviously you got a lot of clout with them. So, right when we're done this call, I want you to get on the horn, call up whoever they are in the big 365 towers. I believe it's a treehouse somewhere out there, and get them on board and get me a flight out there.
Okay.
First class.
Okay. Well, maybe they'll watch this podcast and I won't have to do that then. Maybe we'll.
I don't think they get the reception out there in the tree houses, but maybe they will. I don't know. Maybe they got a Wi-Fi hub out there or something.
Oh, really? One of your other members has me doing a bunch of things too.
Oh yeah, what's that?
What is it with you guys always wanting people to do things for you?
Oh, right. I remember now. Lenny told me, he was on the phone last night. He told me that you have going down to Ottawa to talk to Canadian Prime Minister Justin Bieber to get the things
Justin
opened up.
Trudeau, not Justin Bieber.
Don't cut me off, Amanda Cat. I said you're going to go down to Ottawa and talk to Justin Bieber about getting 365 Pro Wrestling back in Ontario.
Okay, I'll see what I can do. I told you, I haven't gotten too far into it, but, things are starting to open up and stuff like that, and you never know. I might have put a little word in there, but like you keep your secret, I'll keep mine.
Okay.
So, going back to everything, what has been keeping you guys motivated, keeping the temple motivated to want to do all these things when everything comes back?
For the money. Like I said, the pandemic's been hitting everybody differently. And with me, it's hitting me in the pocketbook. So, I got to make some money. So I got to get these wrestling shows going so we can get Lenny and Jeff and Cece winning matches, winning purses and stuff, winning titles. And with the titles become the fame, the glory, and obviously the money. So that's what keeping us motivated. And like I said,
The
Jeff
money.
Black wrestling polar bears. Cece, she's recording for Temple Records. She's recording a new album. She's going to be a big pop star.
Wow.
I noticed during her podcast, she had those headphones on. She was in the studio. Lenny Lilac is actually producing that record. He was also had the headphones on. If you saw him, so yeah, they're working on that real hard on the Temple Studios, and working on a new album for Temple Records.
Okay. All right. Well, now that all the fans know, we'll all keep our eyes peeled to the music industry and wait for those records.
Oh yeah, it's going to be a big hit. She got a big single. It's going to be fantastic.
I know that you do a Christmas one, right?
Oh yeah. I got a new Christmas album coming out. Well, obviously not yet, but this coming Christmas, I'll have Tex Lexus Christmas Volume 4. And don't have a title for that yet, but I do have some studio musicians coming in. I got some big stars from the country industry. I got some big stars from the Norwegian black metal industry, and they're all coming in. We're gonna make some good Christmas tunes.
All right. And so, what do you do on these Christmas albums? Like, what do you sing? Do you play the guitar? Like, I know that you had uploaded a video a couple weeks back, or sorry, not a couple days. But a week? I don't know. You uploaded a guitar. You play the guitar.
Yeah. Well, I was just screwing around. I was a little bored, wanted to put some content out there. I picked up my new guitar and thought I'd strum out a song for the fans. And I ain't no big time rock star, but I like to strum around and fool around with the guitar a little bit. So I thought I'd put that out there. But the Temple, the Christmas albums, I do most of the singing. Well, I do all of the singing basically, and like I said, I get studio musicians in to make it all perfect for me.
All right. Okay. So you're kind of like an all-around guy in the Temple. Not only are you the manager and the reverend, you're the musician too, right?
Well, yeah, the whole Christmas album thing, that's not really a Temple thing. It is released on Temple Records, but we kind of keep that separate. That's just part of one of my hobbies I like to do in the Christmas time.
Okay. So the Temple kind of sticks more towards just the wrestling.
Yeah.
Which is what they're good at.
If Cece's record is successful, well, it will be. I'll get her to do a couple duets with me, and maybe we'll make this one go triple platinum.
All right. Well, I can't wait for that. That sounds pretty entertaining.
Oh, it will be.
Just as entertaining as watching you guys come out of the curtain and with your music going and the fans going. That's quite the sight to see.
It's the greatest spectacle in all of wrestling. That video and that entrance, that got me phone calls from promoters all over the place saying, Tex, we need the Temple. Tex, come on down. We need you to do our show. So, I tell them the price, and most of them hang up on me because it's a little too expensive for them. But, we did have a lot lined up before this whole pandemic hit us, and that's just another thing that hit me in the wallet. It's too bad. Mm-hmm. But you saw it. You saw the entrance. You saw the way the fans have responded to the Temple. At first they thought, "Ooh, who are these guys?" It's kind of crazy, but once they caught on, figured out who we were and how talented everybody is there, it's hard not to get on board. So, we had 200-300 people screaming, "It's the effing Temple." And wow, that was great. It was really great. It was really great, and I'd like to see that again, hopefully real soon.
Yeah, the energy is it's so crazy, so immense, and it's such a sight to see, and I can't wait either. I'm hoping soon, like I said, and I said to Lenny, I'll be pulling on my strings to get this wrestling going. Yeah, I know everybody's antsy to get it going.
We're counting on you.
All right. I got a lot of weight on my shoulders there. So I was going back and I was saying how, if there's any goals for the temple, but what about for yourself? Like you being the manager and being, in charge of everything, is there anything for yourself?
Geez, well, first and foremost, like I said, I want to get these shows going, and so we can start packing in the houses and putting on some successful wrestling shows. And goals for me, like I said, I want to get those titles down here to Ontario. I want to get some gold around the waist of Lenny, Jeff, and Cece. And basically, maybe I'll try to do what I tried with PWA and try to buy the whole company. If it's worth anything after this whole pandemic, I'd love to be the owner, but who knows? I don't know. But we do have a lot of secrets that are coming up, and like I said, I'm not going to disclose any of those. But you're going to have to come out to the shows once we open up, and then you're going to see.
All right. Okay. All right. Lots of secrets for everybody to, be antsy to see when everything opens up. Everybody can't wait to see what the temple has to offer when everything comes back.
Yeah, of course. People they message me every day. They're saying, we want to see Lenny, we want to see Cece, we want to see Jeff Black. And what do I tell them? You can fly out to Alaska and watch Jeff fight a polar bear, but fights are pretty expensive out there, and it's a lot cheaper to buy a wrestling ticket. So I'd rather have the shows open up and have them watch him there. Because, geez, everybody in the temple is so great, and like I said, Lenny Lilac, he's the gold standard of wrestling right now, and it's a disservice to him that he's not decorated with a title. I think it's disgusting what 365 Pro Wrestling has done to him. They're treating him like a third-rate wrestler when he is the gold standard of the company. He should be the flag bearer. He should be the poster boy. And that's what I said. Once we get going up here in Ontario again, we're gonna really push for that. And Lenny Lilac, by any means necessary, is going to be the champion.
Okay. All right. So you're gonna push and pull and get those strings. Push and pull those strings so that you can get Lenny a championship match.
Well, I am the most successful manager in all of PWA before that company closed down. I have wrestled, I've managed, okay, what I'm saying is every wrestler that I have managed has held gold while I have managed them. Every single one of them. No other manager can say that. So the proof is in the pudding, Manda Cat. Lenny Lilac is the gold standard. Jeff Black is the gold standard. CC Moss is the gold standard. And each one of them deserve a gold title belt.
All right. Okay. All right. Well, we'll see what happens when everything comes back. You never know. Hopefully they get their chance and opportunity to get a title shot. But like you said, everything's over in BC right now.
Not hopefully, Manda Cat. It's right here. Right here. I have it marked. Page 319 says right here, Lenny Lilac, Jeff Black, CC Moss, adorned in 365 gold. It's right there in the book, Manda Cat. It doesn't lie.
All right. Okay. Well, if it's in the book, then I guess it's got to be.
You don't look
the book
like
tells all, apparently. I haven't ever seen the book. Is it just temple members that can see that book?
The book knows all. Well, actually, it's written in a special ancient script that only I can read. The Lord of Professional Wrestling gave me the power to read it. And, so it's up to me to read it and translate it for everybody in the temple. But we do that every night in our temple sermons.
So what made you so special to get this book? Because I know that, like you said before, you were managing a different team, and then before you became in charge of the temple. So what made you so special to get that opportunity?
I was managing a little bit. I was managing the Modern Day Warriors, who were the most successful tag team in all of professional wrestling at the time. And then I gave that up, and I was the commissioner for a while, so I wasn't really managing anybody. But like I said, when PWA screwed me over, that's when the Lord of Professional Wrestling came to me, and he said, Tex, you're special based on that. And, of course I'm special. Look at this suit. Look at this gold. Look at these expensive sunglasses and these rings. What do you think these rings cost, Amanda? You ask what's making me special. This is what makes me special.
Okay. And I wouldn't know how much that costs. I just get things bought for me. I don't buy things like that for other people.
Yeah, I have that too, but I spend some of my money too.
Well, sometimes you gotta spend some money to make some money, right?
That right.
Yeah. So I'm sure, with the temple, you guys have dinners and stuff like that with your meetings and everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what's a typical dinner like when you guys are all together, the temple?
Oh, it's as lavish as you could imagine. I mean, steaks, lobsters, shrimp cocktails, champagne, fine whiskeys, bourbons, everything. It's always a great time, and we usually do that after the temple sermons on Wednesdays down at the Temple Ranch. And I mean, those boys like to eat, so Jeff and Lenny they get whatever they want. Cece always gets a nice vegan meal, and I have a special cook come in for her. She gets that done right, and yeah, it's always very nice. We got entertainment in. Recently, obviously, the entertainers have had to put the masks on because we try to keep the whole pandemic thing in a go. So yeah, I don't know what to tell you. It's always a great dinner. Just imagine the most lavish dinner you've ever experienced, and it's like that times 20.
Okay. Okay. All right. So now, is there normally just the temple there, or can you invite other people? Do you have to be part of the temple?
Oh well, I will tell you, the last time we had a dinner last Wednesday night. We had some special guests. We had Elon Musk there. He was discussing how he can fly the temple out to Mars on a space mission, because I'm looking to start a Temple Mars faction. And we also had Dr. Dre there. He wasn't actually there. He was on the Zoom because his health isn't very good right now. But we're talking to him about producing CC's next record because, like I said, Lenny's producing this one, but we're going to up the ante a bit and get Dr. Dre in there. And, because Lenny's going to be pretty busy once the wrestling starts. So, yeah, he was there on the Zoom. And then we had a third guest there. He wasn't really a guest. I had him working. It was Chef Gordon Ramsay, because we wanted a nice meal. So I brought him in. He thought he was going to get fed. Sorry about your luck, Gordon. We got you cooking. But he think he had some scraps in the back after.
Okay. So just a bunch of celebrities and stuff like that. So you're going to go up to Mars? I heard that it's supposed to be about in 4 to 6 years that they were going to be doing that.
Well, we're working on it. Elon, he told me 3 years. But I think he's going to try to rush it for us. But yeah, it's always been a
There's
dream.
that money again, eh?
I want to be the most successful manager on Mars too. I mean, I'm already the most successful manager on Earth, so I might as well expand.
Okay. So did you base your managing skills off of anybody? Like growing up, was there somebody that like you had always watched more than others? Like,
wow, there was a lot of great managers when I started watching wrestling in the 80s. Yeah, I am that old. Sorry about your luck, people. But when I started watching, there was always some great managers out there. J.J. Dillon, Jimmy Hart, all those guys like that. And the one that I was always looked at the most, and I thought he was the most successful one and probably the greatest one, was Bobby the Brain Heenan. So I always try to kind of follow his playbook in the whole, cheating to win kind of thing, because he was always pretty good at that. Classic Freddie Blassie was always really good. Luscious Johnny Valiant. I always liked those guys. But yeah, I think Bobby the Brain Heenan would be my number one influence.
Okay. He's a good pick. I like watching some of his matches when he's on the side.
Oh yeah,
managing
very
and stuff.
entertaining and very successful.
He makes it very entertaining. I laugh a lot when he's doing some of the things that he's doing, because I'm just like, what? But I see that kind of energy when you're standing, next to your guys when you're coming out, and when you're ringside and stuff. I see a lot of that energy too being brought out. So
yeah. Well, you got to bring the energy. It's you can come out and just stand there like a stump. What good is that? I've been to wrestling shows before, and I've seen the manager walking around the ring, and I'm like, who let this fan just walk around the ring there? I didn't even know he was part of the show. So you got to have something going on. You got to have the energy. you know, and with my energy, that gives the energy to the temple members, and you know, they become successful because of it, I think.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. They feed off of your energy just like the fans feed off of your energy.
Well, yeah, I hope they do. I mean, that's what we're doing it for.
Yeah. That right back to the beginning. Yeah.
Yep.
That's what we're doing it for.
And the
I
fans, they
see
love it.
some of these fans though just going right after you. How do you like I don't know how you would do that and still keep going. I guess you're good at what you do.
That's okay, man. You know, being a big time celebrity like I am, I got paparazzi chasing me everywhere I go. I can't walk down the streets of Amarillo without people yelling at me for pictures and autographs and handouts and all that stuff. You know, I walk through the streets of Kitchener and it's the same thing. So, you know, I'm used to it. I got photographs, you know, coming at me all the time. And, you know, like I said, the fans, they yell stuff. They like yelling stuff at celebrities. I mean, you ever go on Instagram and you go to whoever big celebrity out there, you read the message board, it's always full of hate. You know, people always want to hate on the celebrities because, you know, they want to be them. And if they can't be them, they want to hate on them. I don't know why. I don't really get it. But, you know, so I'm used to it. It's no big deal to me.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna end it off around here. If those fans or any people that want to join the temple, how can they get in contact with you or the temple?
Well, my social media, it's pretty simple. Tex Lexus on Facebook and Tex Lexus on Instagram. I don't do the Twitter. I think I got an account. Jacob was taking care of that, but you know, he's kind of a buffoon, so he didn't really do much with that. So we don't really use it that much. But you know, like I said earlier, if you want to send me a message on Facebook, on Instagram, I'll be more than happy to read it. I'll be more happy to respond. You know, don't be dumb and just say, "Hey, what's up?" Because I'm not gonna respond to that. Ask me a question. You know, whatever you want. Tex Lexus is there for the fans. Tex Lexus is there to make your experience with the professional wrestling that much better. So that's what I'm gonna do. So Instagram, Facebook, both Tex Lexus.
All right. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thanks for coming on today and joining myself and all the 365 Pro Wrestling Nation.